गुड मॉर्निंग, नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल। वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल केमिस्ट्री किंग। नाउ we will start with SRN1 mechanism. Friends, we are talking about aromatic nucleophilic substitution. And here we are well acquainted with ARSN1, ARSN2 and benzene mechanism. Today, the fourth mechanism, SR1 mechanism, is here relating to the aromatic nucleophilic substitution. What is the meaning of SRN1? S stands for substitution, R radical anion, N nucleophilic, 1 unimolecular. SRN1 mechanism can be defined as unimolecular nucleophilic substitution involving radical anion. Such mechanism encounters accidentally Hess and his co-worker. Actually, when alkyl halide was treated with aliphatic nitro compound, C-alkylated compound is formed. It was done by Hess and his co-worker accidentally. In 1970, Burnett and Kim further worked on it. Here you are looking, it is alkyl halide. Chlorine is attached with this carbon. Then of course, this carbon will acquire delta positive charge. And it is nucleophile, that is carbon. Nitro group is here and hydrogen of this carbon has been removed anyhow by any means. Since nitro group is here, which is strong and strong and strong electron withdrawing group. So this hydrogen attached to this carbon will be acidic and it is easy to remove. So you can get very easily this nucleophile, and this nucleophile will attack at this carbon and this compound, this product is formed. It was shown by Burnett and Kim. Okay. Further, Burnett and Kim also suggested that the SRN1 mechanism is also called SET mechanism, single electron transfer mechanism. Okay. Burnett and Kim also suggested that such reaction is initiated by several means. Here 7 means, 7 paths have been shown. Thermal initiation, photo initiation. Thermal initiation means the reaction can be started on strong heating. And photo initiation means reaction can be initiated by photon, that is light. Third, chemical initiation by alkali metal and liquid ammonia. Fourth, electrochemical initiation, ferrous ion initiated reaction, samarium iodide initiated reaction, sodium amalgam initiated reaction. Friends, here we are focusing we are only interested in aromatic nucleophilic substitution. So, we are taking here aryl halide. Suppose it is chlorobenzene. Okay. Our substrate is chlorobenzene. Okay. Then we want to present SRN1 mechanism with reference to the aromatic nucleophilic substitution. First step is chain initiation. Aryl halide, that is substrate, first accepts one electron leading to anion radical. Suppose one electron is accepted by this halogen, then one is extra electron, that is extra electron, a -1 charge is due to that extra electron. Okay. Then first step is production of anion radical. First step is, okay friends, you have seen here, this is aryl halide, you may say chlorobenzene. It is substrate and it accepts one electron leading to anion radical. It is one electron, therefore it is radical. It is minus charge, therefore it is anion. And all together we can say it anion radical. Okay. Now second step is chain propagation. First step was chain initiation and second step is chain propagation. Friends, it is anion radical produced in first step. Now suppose this bond is broken in this fashion. In this fashion means homolytically. Then it will be aryl radical and this free electron will be here and this one extra electron is here. So two free electrons are on the halogen and one minus charge due to this extra electron. It is halide ion. Okay. This anion radical breaks, giving to aryl radical and halide anion. This aryl radical is attacked by a new nucleophile Y minus, leading to a new radical anion. A new radical anion. Okay. This new radical anion is attacked by the substrate chlorobenzene or aryl halide. This odd electron, this free electron is given to the substrate, leading to this radical anion. Friends, this radical anion has been exhausted and further that very radical anion is produced. Again, this radical anion, new radical anion, reacts with substrate leading to the product air Y. This air Y is now free, it is product, and this one electron is given to this substrate leading to radical anion. Here it is important to underline that this radical anion is exhausted in this step and that very radical anion is produced. Means this phenomenon remains continued as long as either substrate or nucleophile is not exhausted completely. When the substrate molecule or nucleophile is exhausted, then this chain reaction stops. That third step, that step is called chain. First step is chain initiation. We have discussed here chain initiation. Second step is chain propagation, and next step is chain termination. When substrate molecule or nucleophile, either of the two or both stops, both are consumed, both are exhausted, then reaction will soon stop. That is chain termination. At the termination step, suppose two aryl radical or several aryl radicals are there, they will combine together to give biaryl, that is biphenyl. Okay. Then what happened here? Overall reaction. This is substrate and this is nucleophile. Nucleophile means electron donor. X is attached to this carbon of benzene, and at that carbon a positive charge is there, delta positive charge is there due to this halogen. So this nucleophile will attack at that carbon, leading to the product ARY. Now we will see examples. Several examples are there. Okay. Example 1. Friends, suppose you have 2-methyl pyridine. Then anyhow you have to prepare this anion. It will act as, you can take lithium in presence of dry ether and heat it, warmed, then you can get this anion. Okay, anyhow you have to prepare this anion, and this anion will attack at this carbon. Friends, bromine is attached with this carbon, and so delta positive charge will be there at this carbon. So this anion will attack at this carbon, or you can say this carbon is attached to this carbon of the benzene, leading to this product. Okay. Example 2. Suppose you have methyl cyanide. When it will be heated with lithium in presence of dry ether, you can get such an ion. It is nucleophile, and this nucleophile will attack at this carbon, leading to this product. Example 3. Anyhow, you have prepared this nucleophile, and this nucleophile will attack at this carbon of the pyridine, leading to this. Example 4. Suppose you have acetophenone, and anyhow you have prepared this nucleophile, this carbon ion. Then this nucleophile will attack at this carbon, and this CH2 gets attached with this carbon of pyrimidine, leading to this product. Okay. Example 5. Suppose you have acetone, and anyhow you have prepared this nucleophile. This nucleophile will attack at this carbon, leading to this. Example 6. This nucleophile will attack at this carbon, leading to this product. Example 7. Suppose it is a reagent. Suppose you have 2-nitropropane and it is treated with lithium in presence of dry ether. You can easily prepare this anion, this nucleophile. This anion will act as nucleophile, and then it will attack at this carbon. Friend, you may think that this carbon is crowded. How this reagent can attack at this hysterically hindered position? Then it is easy to remove this nitro, leading to carbocation here, and this carbocation will be stabilized by either resonance or hyperconjugation. So easily this carbon has positive charge. Anyhow, this carbon acquires positive charge, either delta plus or 1 plus. Okay. This nucleophile so will attack at this carbon, leading to this. This carbon gets attached with this carbon of the substrate. Okay. Example 8. This is nucleophile. This nucleophile will attack